So like normal day, I've been here for a month. A little bit of my routine has been. We're gonna really simulate what your life would be able to look like here. And good morning. It's a Monday in Madrid, and since it's my last Monday, looking back, it's really awesome to create routine in a new city. I've been here for a month. My life, of course, here is padded by a lot of comfort and ease and convenience. Not actually having to live here and deal with bureaucracy, politics, wages. As from what I've experienced socially, culturally, it's been really easy to create routine here, and so I'm really excited to take you along today. First thing on the bucket today is finish breakfast, kefir, kiwi, coffee, instant coffee, sadly. After that, went to an epilepsy clinic. This has been like my favorite clinic so far because a lot of the medications that treat epilepsy or seizures also are indicated for mood disorders, especially bipolar disorders. So I'm going into psychiatry. It's really interesting to learn about other indications for the medications, second effects, what you should prescribe someone when they have comorbid, perhaps epilepsy and psychiatric disorders. And this doctor is like super young, super nice, queer. So it's like always fun to hang out with him in his clinic. So I'm taking you along for a good day.
Ya, sí. Lo he visto por encima, porque la verdad es que...
Sí, el nuevo cabello, que ya es.
Done with clinic, and now I'm at the Fundación Juan March. It's become one of my favorite places the past week or so. Last week I was here almost every day, and what I love about it is it's this beautiful museum, patio, garden area. There's even a free library in the corner. They do have a cafe down here, but it's in the basement and the food is not great. It's really gonna feel like a missed opportunity to have the cafe seating area in the garden. This is perfect for a cafe, and they just haven't taken advantage of it. Anyways, so I usually go get my lunch out before or eat my packed lunch here, and then just do work between lunch and Spanish class, which I have in a couple hours. So yeah. So obviously this is not a continuation of the last clip. I actually stopped filming last Monday after Spanish class because I got into this really heavy mood thinking about my residency rank list. So basically thinking about where I see myself in 4 years, where I want to be in 4 years, realistically trying to think about the future, and also thinking about what I want, which is a very rare position I've been in my life, of having to make a decision that's truly based on where I see myself and what I want, which also made me feel so lonely last Monday. Lonely not in that physically, not in terms social contact lonely, but that I am the sole person making this decision for myself. This does not have to do with anyone else's wants, needs, desires, but just mine. And so I feel like I've never confronted that. That was an emotional support laugh. Didn't feel like I could really talk liberally to the camera, but otherwise, yes, it was a very normal day. Like, went to Spanish class, went to this art exhibit at Fundación Mapfre per the recommendation of my host Jose, who like knows all the coolest cultural spots in the city, and then got dinner with a new friend, Inez. I've been doing the whole leaning into my DMs and hanging out with people who are sliding in. And it's been really cool not to just make like one-off connections, but actually make genuine connections where like I'm seeing these people again. So this is my second time hanging out with Inez. So like normal day, hospital, lunch, Spanish class, art exhibit, seeing a friend, coming home, chatting with Jose, go to sleep. But ended up just being in a really heavy mood. I thought I'd turn the camera back on. It's like a week later now, and I'm basically just having another normal day. So I thought I'd take you along for that. I'm gonna go hang out with a new friend, Adriana. We're gonna go to Acid for some coffee. And then afterwards, I was gonna go to Matadero, which is again, another suggestion from Jose. It's an old bull factory, I think, or like bullfighting ring, or I think it might be an old meat factory. It's like this collective art space now. Again, like, I don't know how Jose, my like 60-year-old host who lives alone, knows all these cool spots, but I've like learned to just trust him and just like go wherever he tells me to go. Let's go.
It's raining. It's raining. I look. I think you'll be returning.
So yeah, you can tell I'm no longer in Madrid. I'm home in New York, in my room, on my bed. That day, I initially stopped filming for two different reasons. One is that on the way from Acid Coffee Shop to then the Matadero slaughterhouse turned art collective, I have to walk through a neighborhood called Lavapiés, and very well known in Madrid for being kind of the center of a lot of illegal tourist Airbnbs and a huge gentrification problem, especially with international expats. I knew it just like wasn't a good look for me to be like vlogging on the street. Something like 10,000 people have gotten evicted over the past decade, and there's even this doc that I believe a local Grassroots reporter started putting together, which has like chronicled the past decade or so. I'll like leave that link here. Anyways, this is my second to last day in Madrid. I was supposed to leave for this kiwi farm in a couple days. I was gonna go like work on a farm for 2 weeks, do like a woofing work away situation where I exchange like work for room and board. I wanted to distract myself in the weeks leading up to match day, and I was super excited, dreaming about this farm for the past month, like telling everyone I was gonna go up to Galicia. Everyone was telling me how it's so beautiful and green and luscious. But as I'm walking to this art exhibit, I then open up my phone, open Instagram, I see I have a DM from my next host family's daughter that my host, her mother, got sick, so of course they can't host me anymore, and I totally understand. Like, I think being on the side of having seen people hospitalized, like, you do really have to be sick to be hospitalized, so totally understand. I'm scrambling for a place to live. My host Jose in Madrid tells me I can stay for a couple more weeks if I need to, but I'm so attached to this idea of going farming and learning a new trade, keeping myself busy, surrounding myself with more novelties so I don't have time to ruminate. So I'm frenetically messaging all of these farms for the next 48 hours, and I don't have time to film in the moment as it's happening because I'm trying to find a place to live. You can read the rest about it in my Galicia diaries. It was a whole saga. I think all of these twists and turns really encapsulate the overall theme of this trip of I wasn't even supposed to go to Madrid in the first place, actually. I was supposed to go to Korea. I was supposed to live in Seoul with my grandma. I was gonna take my grandma with me and work at a hospital there. But the Korean doctors have been on strike for the past year, and I support union organizing, but they are on strike for not the right reasons. They've been on strike because government is increasing the number of medical school spots in their system, which increases the number of doctors in their society. Not necessarily, it does not lower their pay, but it lowers their status in society because there's more of them. Yeah. So considering the fact that I wasn't even supposed to go to Madrid in the first place, in the end, what I learned from this whole trip was, I feel like now I have this belief that something better is in store, or something else is in store. I didn't get to go to Korea, but I got to go down to Madrid and meet all these wonderful people, warm people who are willing to welcome me into their homes and take care of me, really just bring me into their lives. So yeah, sorry for the incomplete storytelling, but this vlog I think does really feel like it encapsulates the overall theme of this trip. Nothing really turned out the way I thought it would, but somehow we put it all together, and that was a normal day in Madrid. I don't know, this life is not normal for sure.